Everything men do, everything man and original man does is emulated behind the woman. Because that's what a woman sees what strength and power is. So a woman's understanding is based off the last dude that effed her over, right? So she sees that as a level of strength because she couldn't figure out what to do with that. So then she acts as if that person is now in her. Now, you know why that's important? Because women absorb energy. You absorb DNA. You absorb DNA. You absorb the energy of the person. And that energy literally stays in your spinal. It stays in your spinal sap. That energy stays in your spinal. It becomes a part of you. This is why you can feel your partner. This is why you can feel certain energies when you're dealing with particular people. I'm trying to school you on your issue. It's not a detriment. It's actually a power if you use it correctly. But you can't be out here absorbing every single man. Like, you're gonna be an abomination within your thoughts. A lot of people don't want to hear that shit because y'all used to doing whatever you want, and that same leftover energy from that delinquent man you might have dealt with is the energy in your mentality, right? So females be quick to be like, they like this, they like that, and all that. And I don't know if everybody see it like I do, but I see the man in you. I see it in you. That's the shit that deters me. I be like, this motherfucker still dealing with fucking this old nigga from this time or whatever, whoever his name is. And it's particular understandings that it's always going to go back and forth. Like, I hate to see when men get up here and be like, you need this, you need a real this, you need a real that. These motherfuckers are so retarded. Only reason why they saying that because they wasn't that, right? Otherwise, the energy that you gave off would have reciprocated that for somebody. Don't speak for yourself. Let somebody speak for you. Let your actions speak for you, right? That be the real strength. Like, everybody wants somebody to say something. Like, I be watching people talk a lot, and I'm like, it's a lot of talking and no motion. It's a lot of talking and no motion, and that's because everybody fishing. You know what I'm saying? Them motherfuckers be fishing and shit. It's so much I don't care energy that circulates around. That shows me the type of people that most of y'all been dealing with, that I don't care energy. That's why y'all show y'all bodies. You don't have respect for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is why that particular energy is dominant right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, not for nothing, you know, all these single parent homes, moms and shit raising boys, all that disdain they had while they were doing that became the character of the men. So men don't care. Men used to see women walk around half naked and all that and having an idea of what can possibly happen with that. You know what I'm saying? So in his delinquency, being raised like that, you know what I'm saying, he searches out for people like that. And women think it's okay to be that way, even if it's not in your character to be that way, because you're going to attract this person that you think on the surface is dope. Without even knowing that the only reason why they see you like that is because their childhood is trauma. So, shit get deep, man. Like, I always get the downloads or whatever, and I see it. And I'm watching. It's almost like I got a broom and a mop all the fucking time. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is corny to me. And then people look at me like, what's wrong with you? Why you don't do X, Y, Z? Because I'm not fucking mentally challenged. I'm not destroyed in my brain. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know how to respect life. I have respect for myself. You know what I'm saying? And when I don't see it, there's no need for me to attach that energy to myself, right? I had somebody talking to me the other day. I think I was talking about that shit on the bill I did yesterday. You know what I mean? But, yeah, people do funny shit. You know what I'm saying? And you listen to what people say, and you like, man, I don't like going in circles. Once I start seeing shit repeat itself, you can forget about it. You can forget about it. Like, I try. I try to love, I try. But once I see it repeating itself, you can forget about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, And not for nothing, it's the only reason why I'm labeling like this, so don't take what I'm saying as an attack on women. Take it as a position. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the only reason why things is like that. You don't see women like they had back in the day no more. You know what I'm saying? Like original women who separated themselves from younger women, who didn't listen to irate shit, you know what I'm saying, who stood in a certain character, who didn't have a problem telling somebody that they was interested in them. You know what I'm saying? Like, this world that we live in, it has separated the options and the choices based off the character or the criteria of the person. So saying, if you're a man, this is supposed to happen. If you're a woman, this is supposed to happen. None of that shit is real. None of that shit is real. That's a balance to bring other cultures to the same level to where you at. That's what that was for. We supreme beings. You know what I'm saying? Most of the original people on the earth, you know, people of color, most of them, not all, are original beings. And because you're an original being, you had it, all this other shit wasn't there. We didn't have to have respect because it was ingrained in what you were. You know what I'm saying? Most of these characters that we talk about is what people are seeing from the outside in, and then given a understanding from their perception of it. And then this is where the titles come in. I was saying something to my mom's the other day, right? My son had said some shit XYZ, and he was like, yeah, because your father a different type of crazy, right? And she was like, right, I was just saying. I was like, some things ain't got to be said. That's the difference. Like, what are you saying it for? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was cute and all that, but a real man, in some choices, has control over this. Man is mind. Man means mind. Woe man means a woe mind. An absorbing one. A disturbing one. These are the privies to these simple understandings. So you start seeing all this outspokenness on shit that don't need to be outspoken about. You start seeing all this talk from particular types of people based off of their depravity of what they want to do. Now, you might be mentally deprived in so many type of ways. You might be sexually deprived. You might be sexually abused. You might be mentally abused. You might have all these different type of abuses that took place, so your body is deprived of being the best version of yourself or even comprehending that as a value. So you don't know what it looks like to be the best version of yourself. You just trying to pick up on what you couldn't do. It's like, I couldn't do that, so I'm going to do it now. I was told not to be like this, so I'm going to be like that. Or they treated me this way, so I'm going to treat myself this way. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all got to stop being oblivious. Nobody don't like to hear truth. I don't give a shit at the end of the day. But the more men wake up to value how original man's supposed to think, it ain't going to last no way, because they're going to be like, I'm not fucking around with that. It's going to be times that die, that subsidize the circumstance to change. So that means a lot of people that's in certain age groups, they're not going to make it. Just so you can connect to something that's going to be valuable to bring back that real respect within the culture. You can't even grow nothing like that. You got to have maturity within the growth. And if you don't have an understanding to what these things are, you're only going to have people trying to carbon copy shit that they don't comprehend. It's like everybody want to be great without the lesson. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit crazy to me. But it gets deep. It gets real deep. I ain't going to hold y'all. I just want to drop a jewel real quick. Naga.